Wish I could use magic. How come you guys get to do all that cool stuff?
I didn't realize you couldn't use magic as the wielder of the mana weapons.
Don't worry. We can clean up all those annoying enemies for you.
But I wanted to clean up enemies too.
Don't pout. I'll cast some magic on your weapon to make you feel better.
Yeah, as long as we help each other out, we'll be invincible.
What a nice sentiment. Leave the healing to me.
Ugh. Good thing you didn't get attack magic, sis.
What? Why?
If you use too much strong magic, you'll turn into a scary witch for sure. Worse than Eleni.
And here I thought you were being nice. I take back everything I said before. Good luck healing yourself.
Come on, cut them some slack.
Oh, you're going to take their side? See if I heal you either.
Oh, man.
You know, I still haven't forgiven you for that joke with Gnome earlier.
Huh?
Lighten up, sis. You're still worried about that?
It's a big deal to me. You know I only have eyes for dialogue.
I know. But Gnome didn't mean anything by it.
Besides, it's not like you're married to Dialect, right?
Of course not.
Well then, who cares?
I care. What if someone overheard and thought I was cheating on Dialect with a tiny sprite? If Dialect heard, he'd be devastated.
He'd probably understand that it was a joke.
You don't understand. You guys are forbidden from calling me Mrs. ever again.
Oh, hey, Gnome got me thinking about mana seeds, so I figured I'd ask. Can I taste the next one?
Don't change the subject!
Can I taste the next one? Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Mana. In the last episode, we saved the Kingdom of Pandora, visited all its inhabitants to see how they were getting on, and robbed the king's treasuries. This time, we're going to take advantage of those treasuries by upgrading our equipment, or I should say our weapons, particularly the sword and the spear. And as you can see, I made it on my way here to the underground dwarf village. We're here where it's hot.
I've been waiting. Which weapon?
Yeah, which weapon? Not the pole dart. The sword is now the herald sword. Nice. And the spear is now Sprite's spear. So Sprite's spear is really awesome. Oh, I can upgrade the bow too. Man, I wonder if I missed that. But the Sprite spear is really neat in that when you attack with it, if it's a normal enemy, it'll actually put a balloon on them. So very, very convenient. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Well, I'll be. How the hole this big get here?
Good question.
There you are. The seed thieves are below. They're after the mana seed in the underground palace. I'll handle the palace. I need you to see the things below.
Okay, makes
Keep your guard
sense.
up. You don't know what enemies lie in wait for you down there.
Sure don't. I was about to chide you for not going after him yourself, but if you're protecting another seed, it's a good thing. Whoa. This is a lot bigger than the hole that was made over there. Huh, seems there's no way out? Probably have to use our magic rope. What's in here? Another orb, the whip orb. Nice. It's not often you have that stuff handed to you. The culprits.
Aha! The water seed!
How'd you get in here? You realize we ain't letting you leave now that you found our secret hideout, right?
You brats have come to the right place. The Scorpion Army is gonna rule the world. That's us.
Ah, yeah.
Shut your pie hole. It was us who took your precious water seed. Now, thanks to its awesome power, we've completed our super deluxe robot. We call it Kilroy the Indomitable.
Ah, yeah.
Take him out. Kilroy, activate.
On it, boss.
So when I was a kid, I actually couldn't tell that the main boss was a female by the sprite. Somehow. I don't know how I looked at the sprite, but...
Send them to their grave.
Huh? What's wrong? Boss, there's an energy overload. It's out of control.
What? That can't be. Just take the seed out and use auxiliary power.
Alright. Kilroy. In this version of the game, a lot easier to deal with than the Super Nintendo version, simply because you're actually able to hit this guy. It's so much harder to hit him in the other version of the game, probably because of the whole iframes thing. So, yeah, you can use your ranged attacks by equipping your bow, boomerang, and so on. Ouch. Or, you can cast the spells on him when your party's not turned into a bunch of Moogles. Yep, not all that hard in this one. And the other one, because he evades so much damage or is just immune to it, wow, it didn't do too much. It's actually pretty difficult to hit him and deal with him to the point where you can actually run out of magic. But this is one of those enemies where you pretty much have to use physical attacks in the other version of the game, simply because you will run out of magic trying to hit him. Don't die. Candy's more useful for quick heals if you don't want to risk a spell animation, because they don't always get it off in time. And as you can see, when he gets into his second phase, he goes a lot faster by having a wheel instead of walking around. He's a lot faster in the Super Nintendo version of the game. But we'll have him down lickety-split. Oh goodness, good boy. Let's not have you die. Good. Let's finish him off, shall we? Maybe we can use Acid Storm before we kill him. Nope! Of course. Oh, we got the Javelin level off that, though. So, easy boss. If you want to take less damage, you can cast Defender with Prim there. So that way, well, take less damage, maybe avoid attacks with the speed up. Alright, what do we get from this? Javelin Orb. Well, shoot.
Oh, nuts. You won't get away with this.
Well, you didn't get away with your little scheme. Yeah, I guess I know I don't have to switch from the Javelin. Oh, free port out.
Let's bring
Awesome.
this back to the Water Palace.
Sure.
Thank goodness you're safe. Even the little one's gotten a bit bigger. You make a dwarf proud. Gemma? He rushed off with the Pandoran soldiers. They mentioned something about the Empire.
Great. Alright, I guess we'll make our way that way then. Alright, that was good though. We leveled up Undyne to level 2. Off screen in between those little cutscenes, I actually, along the way, as I said, I'd be casting spells to catch up their levels on things. So that way you don't have to see the needless pathing through one place to another, because you'll be doing that yourself if you're playing through the game with me. Let's see here, I am curious about this. So our weapons are out here. I want to take a look at her magic experience. Okay, Gnome is at 24. And let's cast Defender here.
Defender.
24 to 32. Oh. So it's at 32. Whoop. Cast it in here.
Defender.
32 to 36. Yep, as long as your weapons are out, you'll get double the experience for casting spells. Well, heck. Oh, and let's see. Let's double check something again, too. This is a really good opportunity to show this sort of thing off. 36. Let's see if the cost of the spell has any effect on how much experience you get. Alright. 44. So, look like another 8 there. So it really doesn't affect it at all. But I figure, you know what, since I'm here, I'll cast the last 2 spells just to use the MP so I can also show you guys another one of the cutscenes. And it doesn't matter how many you cast it on. Since I casted 2 spells, let's see, it's finished, so see here, 42 plus Wasn't 42, 44 plus 16 would be that many. Alright, let's see if we can't get another cutscene.
One night is...
Yep, we have another one coming. They're so hard to keep track of or keep up with.
Oh, Dialogue.
This one.
Dialect this, dialect that. What's this dialect like anyway?
You wanna know? Where do I even begin?
Great. Now she'll never stop.
That's right.
Huh?
So, about Dialogue. He's the coolest soldier in the ranks. And I don't just mean that he's good looking, though that's true. He always asks how I'm doing. One time I tripped over a branch and he helped carry me home. I still remember that sweet tone he used when he asked if I was okay. He's so kind. Oh, but he's also very serious about his work. He'll help anyone in need. When we took a stroll outside of town to pick some wildflowers, he knew the name of every single one.
Wow.
He even knew what each blossom meant in the language of flowers. Crazy, right? He's so smart. Dialogue tutors me sometimes, and he's always attentive, so I don't get bored by the subject matter. You should hear what his troops think of him. He never talks down to them like the other captains.
What's going on with the sprite?
Dialogue listens to his men and tries to help when they have problems or concerns. He's the perfect captain of the guard. After I saw how responsible he was, I fell for him instantly. I asked him if he was tired from having to work so hard. And do you know what he said? He said, I'm happy as long as I can make everyone else happy. Can you believe it? I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. I knew Dialogue was the only one for me. And then there was this time that...
I don't think I've ever seen this side of you. Uh-oh, our little sprite's falling asleep. Ugh, sounds like a good idea.
Hey, I'm not finished.
Goodness gracious. That was like a minute and a half of her talking about Dialogue. Well, we do get to see Dialogue seems to be a really, really good guy. In the original game, you wouldn't hear much about him in terms of his character, so it's kind of cool that they at least tell you a bit more about what kind of guy he is. Believe it or not, way later in the game, that might actually become slightly relevant to the plot. How good Dialogue is. So I guess just keep that in mind. For, well, way later in the game. You'll probably forget. I know I would if I had to wait that long for that sort of information to become relevant.
I wonder if Pamela and Dialogue are alright.
Worried?
Yes, but I have to do my best. I just keep telling myself that.
They'll be okay.
Thanks.
Just be patient and you'll see. Your hard work won't be in vain.
Listen up. Success is a mental thing. You gotta visualize it going well or you're never gonna get anywhere.
Besides, we're gonna help you along the way. When we can, at least.
Thank you so much.
Well, what kind of boss doesn't look out for their underlings? Leave it to me.
I never agreed to be your underling. But thanks for the thought.
Tomorrow's another day. Let's get some rest.
Sprite's always amusing. There is something to say for the positive thinking thing, but life doesn't always turn out like that. Well, on our travels, we managed to get the girl spell to level 2 there for Gnome. We've already managed level 2 on Undine, so both of them are up to level 2, and we're heading on our way to the Water Palace, so it's really not all that hard to level up your spells and things, so I guess with that, we'll be right back, and I'll meet you at the Water Palace then. And we're back. I decided to take the cannon travel since I leveled everyone up. The only better thing I could have done was probably kill everything along... What in the world is going on? The Iffish have come out here? Jeez, now that we've taken Undine, they've really slacked on their security. Goodness. But yeah, I could have leveled up the weapons and things, but again, I'm not too much of a stickler about that. Free warp. But this certainly doesn't bode well for Luca. And love the piercing on the javelin. Expertly dodged. And he expertly dodged me with an attack. That's what I get for gloating, right? Oh, interesting. The sound effect plays when they're tangled by a weapon. I believe the whip is the one that's tangling them. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I suppose we don't need to kill everything. What in the world? We have a new end. 30 damage! Goodness gracious! Water Bandit. Water Thug in the Super Nintendo version of the game. They are a lot easier in the Super Nintendo version of the game. Because they don't deal nearly as much damage. And the pole dart wouldn't have glitched into the ground. Javelin's level 2, huh? Why don't we switch to our fancy new sword? Well, actually, hold on. Let's see if I can take advantage of something. Oops. Slimes and lizards? That might be able to... That might be useful considering what we're fighting. Oh, geez. They're hiding behind the, fire things? Don't die, don't die, don't die. Took the damage, but we survived. Goodness, and there is no armor upgrade, so you can't just upgrade your armor to not take as much damage from these fellas. You've just gotta deal with it. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, the difficulty spikes up a little bit in here if you're not ready for it. And you might not be ready for it, I should say. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, I could take both. What in the blazes? Ooh, it's a different angle on it. I usually take the right one.
Get out of here! No!
Well, well, who have we here? I'm Geshtar of the Vandal Empire.
It's a little awkward on this side of it.
Hand over that seed if you want Luca to survive this encounter.
Don't do it! Just run!
But I can't do it, Luca. I like you too much. What's your leg?
So glad to see the seed still safe and sound in this location. Now, I'll just break that pesky seed. There. So glad we had this chat.
Great.
You will take care of my pets as reward for making it this far. Don't forget to feed him.
It's boss time. Alright. We have the Jabberwocky, I believe? Yep, the Jabberwocky. So, I believe Jabberwocky is weak to Earth. Gem Missile. So, this guy in the Super Nintendo game and this one, he can attack you, well, with his two heads. He can poison you. He can cast a breath on you. He can even cure water himself. Oh, and he has Acid Storm to make hitting you even worse. Let's warp him up here. Well, Sprite did not come. There he is. So it's a little risky doing what I'm doing. Let's see. There. Hopefully that was enough. Good. I think I might have avoided that hit. So he can also knock you unconscious. So it's risky actually casting spells on him early because it might not be able to counter his infinite pure water you can do. And here, the poison gas is where it comes in handy to have the Cobra Bracelet. You're immune to the poison, so it's not wearing on you the whole part. And as you can see, he loses a head the more damage he takes. Oh, I thought he was gonna perish right there. I can't let him restore his head or hit us again. Alright, let's do one more for good measure and hope he dies, because I've got very wellness. Yes! And Papoy leveled up too! Awesome! That fight went really easy. And we did not get to see much of that Geshtar fellow. But the Empire must have attacked when we were away, and Undine's shield is weakened. Board. And there's no just leaving. You have to go this way. Alright, you two, what's going on?
Now use the sword to restore the seed seal.
Rejoice, men! The Imperial forces have drawn back. We managed to defeat their monsters in Pandora, too.
There is no monsters if you went to Pandora, so don't trouble yourself with
One of
that.
them dropped this. You should take it.
Another orb, wow.
The Empire is advancing. We're running out of time. You need to restore the sword now. I'll return to my home country and do what I can to stop the Empire.
Alright.
If they manage to rebuild the fortress, the Mana Sword is the world's last hope. Talk to the Cannon Travel Man in Potos. He'll be able to send you to the Upper Land.
Alright. Can go to the Upper Land now. To Sprite's homeland. I think, yeah, he said that just at the Gnomes area. I was about to say, oh, did I just spoil it? Nope. It was revealed. Awesome. Anything new to say?
I have business with Sage Luca, so go ahead without me.
Alright.
The Empire's on the move. You must bring the Mana Sword back to its full power and protect the seas. Go to the highest peak of the lofty mountains and find Sage Jock. He will teach you the true courage of a hero.
Whoa. I guess that'll be after the Upper Land. We'll go there soon enough.
You must visit all 8 of the world's palaces and synchronize your sword with the Mana Seeds. It will be a long and difficult journey, but you must persevere for the sake of the world.
You got it. Well, we accomplished a whole lot, I think. Got a whole lot of the cutscenes, managed to upgrade our weapons a bunch, and in the next episode, in the next episode I'll take a quick stop at the Dwarf Village to not only finish upgrading my weapons, but also to pick up a special little something that is only made available now. So, have a good one, guys. Take care, and bye-bye.